Last week, this was the homework, Shashti and Saptami Bhakti Rupani. Before this, before actually getting into this homework section, I just want to quickly review the the declension table itself. So just as a revision, because these tables are important. One way is, so we need to approach these words, different forms of the words from different angles, different ways to approach. Like one is that start using them in the real world, okay? Not only during this class or not only during a certain limited time. Try to use them in your wherever possible to the most possible extent. So some people, because of their work environment and different places they are working, it may not be easy to find time. That's okay. So but in that case, so such people can at least devote uh, certain time in a day, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever possible. So revise this, as well as try to talk to some person. So either it could be pick any, like it's called like study buddy or something, right? So sometimes it could be your family member, or it could be your colleague, friend, anybody. So who could tolerate your practice? So I've gone through that phase. That's why I'm saying. So you need somebody who can assist, or at least don't say anything or don't get annoyed by when you talk, practicing these words in sentences. If the person knows like these simple words, not these forms exactly, if they know Sanskrit, then it is well and good. But at least if they know like the meanings of these different words, like what is most of the words would be common, like in other Indian languages, like darpanaha, gruham. So only the forms will be a little bit different. So we may be using like gruha in Hindi or other languages, but here it will be gruham, gruhasya, etc. So those things at least they would understand. So that way it can be improved. One is that approach. Second is, again, to the possible, to whatever time you can devote, try to revise and glance through these tables. If you can remember them by heart, that is well and good. Then otherwise, just as glance by looking at this table every day, it'll get into your mind. So not only this table, this is one table. Like this, we have looked at other tables also. What are the common tables that you can put a quick glance, or better is you say it loudly, all these forms, Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, etc. like this. Ramam, Ramo, Raman, Ramena, Ramabhyam, Ramaihi, etc. So there, you can say this loudly so that it will stay in your muscle memory. It's called muscle memory, right? So you don't have to make effort uh, to or mental effort to remember these. So once you start doing this, it will stay in your muscle memory. Muscle of what? Muscle of your juha or tongue. So so pick like maybe one table a day, like that. So maybe there are 7 days in a week. So pick like 7 tables. One like this Rama ending with akaranta pullinga Rama, akaranta strilinga Rama Shabda, Ikaranta Pullinga, Hari Shabda, Ikaranta Strilinga, Mati Shabda. So like pick like 7 tables and you can however you want to do. So depending on your time and other things, so you adjust your schedule and try to practice this, because this is important. So just as a revision here, see Ramaha here the first, I think you all know this, right? The first column shows ekavachanam, right? And the second column shows dvivachanam, third column shows bahuvachanam. And each line here, it shows one vibhakti. Yeah? Prathama, Ditya, these vibhaktis are numbered. They are numbered. Prathama, Ditya, Tritiya, there is no special name. They are just numbered. And Sambodhanam is the calling or addressing somebody. So these are numbered. So in short, some time back or a couple of weeks back, we looked at what these each vibhakti means. Like in short, some of the vibhaktis like Shashti Vibhakti, Dvitiya Vibhakti, we have seen them. We have studied them. Like we have used some sentences, etc. But otherwise, other vibhaktis we just took a glance. Like for example, Dvitiya. Also we have seen like Saha Pustakam Pathati, Balakaha Pustakam Pathati. So there the Pustakam is the Dvitiya Vibhakti. And then Shashti Vibhakti, Nagarasya Dwaram. For example, Nagarasya Dwaram, Gruhasya Dwaram. Like that Gruhasya, that is Shashti Vibhakti. Now Prathama Vibhakti is obviously, that is the basic thing we started, like when we started with the basic words, introduction to the words, Pada Parichayaha. So there we had this Prathama Vibhakti forms of all the words in different lingas. So it was like Balakaha, Ramaha, Rama, etc. So where we are using Gruhasya Dwaram, there Gruhasya Shashti Vibhakti and Dwaram is Prathama Vibhakti, because Dwaram is a Kartrupadam there. The Grahasya Dwaram Asti. So these basic concepts we have studied, like basic. Now other ones, again I just want to give a quick revision of usage of other vibhaktis also here, vibhakti forms. One was that we saw Rame or Saptami Vibhakti. Rame, that is Akaranta Pullinga, is, if it is there, it is Rame. So what is the Saptami Vibhakti means? In, or, sorry, in, on, at, etc. Like in the house, Gruhe Mahila Asti, Udyane Balakaha Kridati. Like this we have studied. I mean, this is a simple usage.
Sir, in, on, and at also is applicable. Saptami.
Yeah, yeah. Like at.
At also.
Yeah. Yes. So another thing I highlighted was that do not take these English writings here literally here. So this is just, these are just the indicative translations or the meanings in English. But when we use them in Sanskritam, in Sanskrit only we need to understand by the context. That is the ideal thing. If not, try to understand it in your Indian language, one of the Indian languages that you know. That is closer to Sanskrit than English. That construct of the languages, or the structure of the languages, and the usage of the languages, though it is not 100% similar to what the Sanskrit usage is, but it much more, it is closer than the English translation. So we should try to distance ourselves from this English words and meanings while using the Sanskrit language. So wherever there is at, then there will be Saptami. So that is just an indicator, approximation. So one is Rame, like Gruhe Mahila Asti, and then Akashe Chandraha Asti. Like that we can use. And this is the example of, this is the form, Saptami form of Akaranta Pullinga. Similarly, if the Moola Shabda of the Namapadam is of some other gender ending in something else, then you'll have to look up that table. If it is ending in A, for example, Rama or Petika is there, what is the Saptami Vibhakti of Petika? Petika is a box. So if we want to say in the box there is a ornament. So how are you going to say that? We can say petika, saptami vibhakti is petikayam. Petikayam ornament, bhushanam asti. Petikayam kankanam asti. Like this we can form the sentence. So we will have to look at the saptami vibhakti form of that word. So everywhere it will not be like in this form, like rame. So in one of some of the responses to the homework, there I have seen like upari was there, like upare was written there, upare. So possibly that was because possibly the person might have thought, one of you might have thought like upari, because saptami it will become upare. So that is not the case. You will have to look at the moola shabda. What is the moola shabda of the word of that, and then what is the gender, and look at stable. Then you come to that saptami vibhakti form of that. So petika is petikayam, like that it will go. So then that is about saptami vibhakti. Then shashti is we already seen, ditya we have seen, prathama we have seen. Now tritiya, how do we use? Like here ramena, tritiya is used like usually with like just by and with. So we are doing the action or kriya with or by using that something. So that something will be in this form, in this tritiya form, tritiya vibhakti form. So for example, if you are writing with a pencil, so what is the word for pencil?
Is it ankani?
Yeah, ankani.
Ankani, sorry.
Ankani. So I got a whiteboard here today. Ankani. Now the third, now we want to say with using this ankani pencil I am writing. So what is the word for writing? Likhami. I am writing likhami, right? Likhami, and aham is understood. Even if you don't write aham, it is understood because this is likhami. Likhami, this form, kriyapada form, goes only with aham. That we have seen before. Then ankani, then we'll have to look at the third vibhakti form, tritiya vibhakti form of ankani. And ankani is a ikaranta, dirgha ikaranta strilinga word, like nadi. So what is the nadi vibhakti, tritiya vibhakti form? We'll have to look. So if you look at the table, we get nadya, nadya. So like nadya, we'll have to convert this ankani also to that form, like it becomes ankanya. Ankanya likhami. Aham ankanya likhami. So by using this or utilizing this pencil as an instrument, I am writing it. So similarly, if I am cutting the tree with an axe, what do you call axe in India? Axe, that thing, right? To cut the tree. So this is called parashu in Sanskritam. You know, most of you know, like Parashuramaha. Parashum dharati Ramaha iti Parashuramaha. So he carries an axe. So it is Parashurama. So this Parashu is Ukaranta Pullinga Shabda, like a Guru Shabda. So we'll have to look at the third vibhakti of Guru Shabda. So what is the third vibhakti of Ekavachana Guru Shabda? Guruna. So it is Guruna. So like this, Parashu also changes to Parashuna, not Na. Na comes in some cases where there is a refa or this r sound behind it. Here there is no r sound behind it. So there is no na remains as na. It doesn't turn it to murdhanyana. It just remains as dantyana. So this is parashuna. So wherever we are using parashu, we have to use the word parashuna.
Parshu is Pullinga. Parshu is Pullinga.
Pullinga, yes. Okay. So that was about Tritiya, how you use it. There are other uses of Tritiya also, but this is general usage I'm telling. So that it will be easy for you to construct simple sentences now. Like using any of these forms, it should be easy to construct at least this with these indicated usages at least. Other usages will come to know about them as we go forward. But with just as with simple, you can try to use these different vibhaktis. The other is the Chaturthi vibhakti. Now Chaturthi and Panchami are remaining now, and Sambodhanam also. Chaturthi vibhakti is used mostly like for and to. For example, salutes to Rama is there. For another example is, suppose we are giving the something to somebody. So to giving, for example, aham dadami, that is a word, that is a sentence. Aham dadami, right? Aham dadami. Now question comes, we know that this dadami kriyapadam needs a karmapadam because it is a sakarmakam. What are we giving? Kim dadami? Aham kim dadami? Aham pustakam dadami. Udaharanartham. Pustakam dadami. Now question also comes here. To whom I am giving? To whom? So to whom? Now we'll get the Chaturthi vibhakti. So again, do not think in English, because if you think in English, sometimes you feel that that also should be in Dvitiya vibhakti. So, but in Sanskrit we use Chaturthi vibhakti. So I am giving the book to Mitra, my friend. So Mitra is, what is the lingam of friend Mitra?
Mitraya.
Pullingam.
Napunsakalingam.
Napunsakalingam. Yes, Sureshmal. Napunsakalingam Mitram, as a friend. Okay? I am repeating here. So if we use Mitra in Pullinga, Mitraha, its meaning is sun. This sun. Surya. So because we are not giving the pustak to Surya, we are giving the pustak to our friend, which is Mitra. So Mitram is in the Ekavachana Mitram. Prathama vibhakti Ekavachana Mitram. Chaturthi vibhakti, what is the form? That we will have to look at the table. So so we know that the Akaranta Pullinga and Akaranta Napunsakalinga, from Tritiya onwards to Saptami, the forms will be same. So Chaturthi form is Ramaya here. So Napunsakalinga word, Akaranta Napunsakalinga word form also will be same. So Chaturthi Ramaya, so we will use Mitraya. We use here. I don't know where it went. Aham pustakam Mitraya dadami. Aham pustakam Mitraya dadami. That will be the sentence. So Chaturthi vibhakti, use it where you are giving something to somebody. mostly. Right. Again, all these vibhaktis might have uses, and they have uses in other ways also, but these are the generic things you can start using them. And the Panchami one is where there is a separation. Panchami is where there is a separation. From some separation means the vicheda. For example, from the mountain the river is flowing. So there the mountain is coming out of the river, it is going away from the river. So there on the mountain word, on the what is the word for the mountain? Parvataha. Parvata word, which is akaranta pullinga, we use the Panchami Bhakti. So for that we use Ramat like Rama like Ramat, Parvata Shabdasya Panchami Bhakti Rupam Bhavati Parvatat. Correct? Parvatat. So we use Parvatat Nadi Vahati. Parvatat Nadi Vahati means from Parvata, from the mountain, Nadi is flowing. Similarly, if you want to say, I am going from the house. So I am going from house. So how do we say? Aham Gacchami. We know Gacchami. I am going. Aham Gacchami. From where? From house. House we know Gruha. Gruha is akaranta napumsakalinga word. So use Panchami Bhakti on that. Ekavachana form is like Ramat, which is Gruhat. So Aham Gruhat Gacchami. Again, obviously you can add the destination also there. And destination for Gacchami will be in Dvitiya Bhakti. Aham Gruhat Apanam Gacchami. Where Apana is Akaranta Pullinga. Apana means shop. Apanam like Ramam. Aham Gruhat Apanam Gacchami. Aham Apanat Graham Gacchami. Aham Karyalayat Graham Agacchami. Like this you can use different combinations. So what is remaining now? Sambodhanam. Sambodhanam, again you can refer to different tables. In this case, Akaranta Pullinga word is Sambodhanam is Rama. There is no Visarga. It is like Prathamaya Bhakti in the Ekavachana form. It is just Rama. But Dvivachana, Bahuvachana forms are similar. Okay? But in the Ekavachana form, there is no Visarga, Rama. So this you will have to understand when you write the emails, or I have seen you are writing to me like Sanjeevaha Mahodayaha, which is good. That's a good try. Started there, but now because you are addressing, if you just say Sanjeevaha Mahodaya, that means that is in Prathama Vibhakti. That means Sanjeeva Mahodaya Asti, means he is there. Sanjeeva Mahodaya Asti. But if you want to address, then remove that Sambodhanam. Okay? So what you have to write? Just Mahodaya, no, not Mahodayaha, and just Sanjeeva, no Visarga. Okay? No Visarga. So that will be the addressing or calling. Okay. Any questions here so far?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking back to our school days. So in Telugu language, there is a definition for each of the vibhakti. Like we used to say, Pradama vibhakti is Dumu Vulu, basically Ekavachana, Bahuvachana, Trivachana. And then Vidya was Ninnunlan Kurchi Gurinchi. We had a table like that, which is just identifying the 7 vibhaktis plus Sambodhana. Maybe in each language that is there, that might be better to understand than English.
Okay. Okay. So now again, before going to the homework, then I want to touch upon another topic here. called Avyayam. Now we have seen this Namapadam, right? Namapadam, they are of different genders, right? And the Moola Shabda of the of a Namapadam ends in a some sound, okay? Some sound. And one more thing I want to add, a Moola Shabda of a Namapadam, for example, Rama, etc. Let me write it here. Like for example, Rama, anything, any Moola Padam. If we take Nadi, Nadi is also Moola Padam, and Petika, etc. or Hari. All these are Moola Padam. These end in some. They have the lingam, and they have some swara, means shabda, or the ending has some sound like Rama akarant, and this is ikarant, akarant, hai, sarasva ikarant. But the ending will be in either a swara or a vyanjanam, single swara or a vyanjanam, one swara. From how many swaras are there? Anybody?
Sapta Swaram.
Oh, Sapta, that's Sangeetam. Sanskrit Bhashayam, Idanim, the ones we studied, how many swaras?
12.
Huh?
12. 12 swara.
Okay, so go back. I think if you want to go back to the first slide. You can see the 13 swaras. Yeah. And there are 33 vyanjanams. Yeah? 33 vyanjanams, 13 swaras. So any of these, any, this is universally, globally true, that any Namapadam, Moola Shabda of a Namapadam will end in one of these 46 letters. Or letters means these are actually sounds, right? These are the sounds, and what we write as a letter is just a symbol of that sound. You can use Devanagari script, you can use Telugu script, whatever script you want. But basically they are the sounds. So either a swara, so these 13 swaras or 33 vyanjanas, one of them it will end. It will not end in a Sanyukta swara or a compound swara or a conjunct swara, Gunitakshara or a Sanyuktakshara. Like example that Rashtra, Ushtra, etc. or Atra, for example Atra. This is not ending in Tra, this is ending in A. So Rashtra, for example, this is not ending in Tra. There is a ending is A there. This you have to remember. And some, now so far I think we have come across, or basically we have focused on studying only the Namapadas ending in swaras only. Only some of the swaras, that too, not all the swaras. But many of the Namapadas end in Vyanjanam also. What is Vyanjanam? Vyanjanam is not like, this is not a Vyanjanam. This is a Gunitakshara. This is, at the end there is a Akara. Vyanjanam is that half ta, without the Akara added to it. If you add A to it, it becomes Ta. Then this becomes a Gunitakshara, and this is ending in A, whereas this is ending in Ta. Okay. So there are many words ending in Namapada, Moola Shabda of a Namapada ending in many ways. It could be any, not in this Ta. Ta is an example. Yeah. The one we have studied like Tat we have studied, like Tat is Tat, and we have studied Eshaha, we have studied, or Saha we have studied, right? For Saha, Sa and Tat, the Moola Padam, just for your information, is the Moola Shabda is Tad. So here this is ending in a Da, Dakara. We call them Kara, right? Dakara. So, kara means the sound. So this is ending this moola shabda of tat or saha or sa. It is tad. So it is dakaranta sarvanama shabda. So in pullinga it takes different form. In strilinga it takes a different form. In napusakalinga it takes a different form. But anyway, we'll have to look at though whenever we want to use them in different vibhakti forms, we'll have to look at those tables or their forms. Now, other than this, okay, let me take a break. Any questions here so far? So, other than this, yes, Suresh Mohan. Question?
महोदय अव्यय शब्द के लिए विभक्ति टेबल है क्या?
That I am coming there. So avyayam. So now the avyayam is a special. You can think of it as a special form of a special type of namapadam. Okay. It's a special type of namapadam. Usually a namapadam has this kind of table, right? Depending on whether it is depending on its lingam and anta, that anta letter, whatever, swara or vyanjanam. Depending on that, it will be having this kind of table. However, avyayam is also a namapadam, but it does not, it doesn't change its form in any of the vibhaktis or any of the vachanam. In all the forms, in all the vibhaktis and the vachanams, its form remains the same, no change. So that's what I am trying to say here. So lingam, vachanam, vibhakti is same. Okay, Geeta Bhagini, can you read this shloka?
सदृशं त्रिषु लिंगेषु सर्वासु विभक्तिषु वचनेषु सर्वेषु यन्न व्येति तद्व्ययम्.
So what it is saying, this is a definition of avyayam padam or avyayam nama padam.
Okay.
This is the lakshanam, or this is the definition of avyayam. So what it says, sadrisham trishu lingeshu, in all lingas it has the same form. Means it actually doesn't have a linga. Even if you say it is a pullinga, strilinga, napumsakalinga, it doesn't matter. It has the same form. Sarvasu cha vibhaktishu, in all the vibhaktis, and vachaneshu cha sarveshu, in all the vachanas, ekavachana, whether it is ekavachana, dvivachana, bhuvachana, yanna veti tat avyayam. Yat na veti means it does not change its forms. It does not alter its form. So that is called an avyayam. So what are the examples of that? Udaharanam kim. So this is the example. Some of the examples. There are lots of avyayam or padam, but some of the words we have come across so far I have written here. Upari, adhaha, atra, tatra, kutra, sarvatra, cha, va, api. Those are also. These are all avyaya namapada. Okay. So when we say in that homework, so chakrayanasya upari petika. So here naturally some of you may be thinking that upari, because it is describing something, so it could be visheshanam, right? So but even if it is visheshanam, because it is what it is doing, it is avyayam. This is avyaya padam. It does not change the form. We have to always use it as upari. So Chakrayanasya upari petika. On top of Chakrayana, it is petika. There is a box. So this is what we want to say. Whenever
Sir, now I understand why you corrected my upare to upari.
Yes. That's okay. So I should have mentioned that before, these avyams, but avyam means they do not change the form. So henceforth, when going forward, if you come across a new word, so I'll make it clear, so whether that is avyam or not. Upari, atha, most of them will be easy to understand. For example, this cha, va, api. So these are cha is like used as a and, va is used like a or, api is used like a also. So these they don't have any lingas and vibhakti, vachana, they are all everywhere same. So we just use it. Ramaha, Krishnaha, cha means Rama and Krishna. Ramaha, Krishnaha, va means Rama or Krishna. Ramaha, Krishnaha, api, Rama and Rama, Krishna also. Like that, they don't change any. And here also, Sarvatra, Kutra, Atra, these are also. Atra, Gruham asti, Atra, Shatika asti. So anything we use, Atra, so that doesn't change form. So these. And Kim, I read a little bit away because Kim, we have seen it's used in two different ways. One was that Kim is like a question mark. Kim is a question mark in Sanskrit language. For example, Sa Balika Asti Kim means is that a girl. So in that sense, it is avyayam. When the Kim is used as a question mark, it is avyayam. But if you are using Kim like a kaha, then it is not avyayam. Kaha, ka we have seen, right? Kaha, ka, kim. So like saha, sa, tat. Saha, sa, tat. Corresponding to this saha, sa, tat, we have seen these question words. So saha kaha, sa ka, tat kim. So these are the words we have used, question words we use. Saha kaha balakaha, sa ka balika, sa ka vaidya. So like that we have seen. There we are specifically using it in the knowingly that the word we are referring to is in that lingam. So saha kaha balakaha, because balakaha is in the pullinga, we are using kaha also in pullinga, saha also in pullinga. Similarly, sa ka balika. So we know balika is a strilinga. So ka is strilinga, sa is strilinga. Similarly, if you are referring to a word which is in Napumsakalinga lingam, for example, tat kim. What is the Napumsakalinga? Tat kim nagaram. For example, you are traveling somewhere and on the way you come across some city, you don't know the name. So then you can ask tat kim nagaram. So in that case, the kim is not a avyayam there, because you are referring, you are asking, kim you are making an adjective visheshanam to nagaram. So this will be an Napumsakalinga shabda. But if you are using it as a question itself, like sa vaidya asti kim, in that sense, then the kim becomes an avyayam. So that is the difference. Any other question? Now generally most of you have done the sentences in the homework so far, in all the homeworks correctly, while joining the words. Now upari, in case of upari adhaha, what was the how the sentences are formed. For example, if you want to say the dog is on a table, or so how do we say on a table? How do you say using upari? Dog is kukkuraha. Kukkuraha.
Utpidika.
Utpithika. Now we want to use
Upare.
upari.
Upari.
So what? Sorry. What is the vibhakti we are going to use for utpithika?
Utpidikaya.
Utpithikaya. Shashti. Shashti vibhakti.
षष्ठी विभक्ति
Utpithikaya.
उपरि पेटिका
पेटिका अस्ति कुक्कुरः अस्ति something. Utpithikayaः उपरि अस्ति. So this is the important thing you have to remember, that whenever you use upari or adhaha, we will use a shashti vibhakti on what or under. This adha means under something. Utpithikayaः adhaha. Adha means under. Utpithikayaः adhaha kukkuraha upavishati. He is sitting there. Rukshasya adhaha Sita upavishati. So like that, whenever the upari adha is there, we need to use the shashti vibhakti for the corresponding associated object there.
उत्पीठिकायाम् उपरि कुक्कुर अस्ति is wrong.
Yeah, utpiti, if you are using saptami vibhakti, don't use upari.
Acha. I have used, I am asking. Utpithikayam bidala. That is what I have written.
Yeah, that's no problem. That's okay. So utpithikayam, don't use upari then. If you use upari or adhaha, then use shashti vibhakti. If you are using saptami, do not use upari. This is also correct. Utpithikayam upavishati. Doesn't mean inside. It could be on also.
Sir, what is the Sanskrit word for under? Under.
Under is adhaha. Are you asking under?
Yeah, under.
Yeah. Adhaha.
Adaha. Like upari, adaha also is an avyam.
Yes. All these are avyam, and like upari, if you are using adhaha, you need to use shashti vibhakti for the supporting object. Okay. Avyam. These are avyam.
One question here. So the homework you just pointed out that Upitikayaha upari bidalaha. Instead we can, so that is the right I also made a mistake. I used the saptami and then also used the upari. So I should basically use shashti and then upari, right? Or if I just say upitika bidalaha, does it mean the same thing or it means a different thing?
So what is the alternate word you said?
No, instead of using shashti and upari, just use saptami bidalaha. Upitika bidalaha.
Utpitikayam bidalaha. Yes. That is correct. That's fine. Okay, so just quick look at this homework. So on the top, this table was given just for your understanding and quick reference here. So Ramaha, Rame, its Saptami Vibhakti is Rame, Harihi Saptami Vibhakti is Harau, Guru Saptami Vibhakti is Gurau. Phalam Ramayam, Sorry. Oh, see. Oh, there is something wrong. Phalam, phale, Rama Ramayam. What is wrong here? Nadi, Nadyam. No, something here and there. Matihi, Matav and Matyam. Okay. So now I think using these Saptami Bhakti forms, these are the sentences. Balakasya mukhe upanetram nagarasya marge mahila maline prakoshthe sammarjanam. There could be other combinations possible also. I mean, these are not the only combinations. These are the original sentences I had written, but there could be other. You can combine like maline prakoshthe mahila, something like that. You can write. Prakashe chhatrasya patanam nidhanikayam balikayah vastram. Now here some of you have written nidhanikayah sundaram vastram. That may be fine.
Sir, here I have written Chhatra Prakashe Padanam. Is it correct?
Chhatra Prakashe
Padanam.
Oh, no, because again if you write Chhatraha, Prakashe
Padanam.
Now, because there is no Kriyapadam here, we have to assume Asti, right? If you add a Kriyapadam like Chhatraha Prakashe Patanam Karoti, then it is fine.
Okay.
Chhatra is doing Patana in the light, then it is fine. But if you don't add any Kriyapadam, then it will be Asti, then this has a weird meaning. What does it mean? Like Chhatraha Prakashe Patanam Asti. What is Asti? Chhatraha Asti or Patanam Asti? So this doesn't look correct. Right?
Okay. I understand.
Yeah. Nidhanikayam balikayah vastram galantikayam sheetalam jalam. Okay. Galantika is just pointing to the jug. Okay. Mahilayah sundaram gruham granthalaye. Oh, there has to be a typing mistake. Balikayah syutaha. Here also I saw some confusion by some of you that syutaha, remember, it is a pullinga word, and if you are putting some adjective here, for example, I think I saw sundara. So make sure that the sundara also gets a pullinga form, because visheshanam asti. Sundara is a visheshanam. Kasya visheshanam kasya padasya syuta padasya visheshanam. Syutaha pullinga padam. Akaranta pullinga padam. It doesn't matter whether it is akaranta, ikaranta, ukaranta. It is main thing. It is pullinga padam. So sundara should be also pullingam. Sundara pullinga rupam is sundaraha. So write visarga here. Don't forget the visarga. Don't write just sundara or sundara or something. Sundaram. Sundaraha syutaha. Chakrayanasya upari petika neelavarne akashe megha. Here neelavarne is what? Visheshanam. Neelavarne is visheshanam of akasha. Akasha is akaranta pullinga, so neelavarna is also akaranta pullinga. So this is Saptami Bhakti, so I am also converting this into Saptami Bhakti. Shayyayam balikayah nidra. Haste madhuram peyam. Here also madhuram, because peyam is...
Yeah, one question, that Akasha Megha, I wrote something like Akashe Neelavarnaha Megha. So when basically it's trying to say blue clouds in the sky. Is that also correct? I mean,
it is okay. If you want to say blue clouds, that is fine. Akashe Neelavarnaha Megha. Good. That is okay. And Madhuram, again...
Guruji, in the Maline Prakoshte Sammarjanam, I had used Shashti. I had used Malinasya Prakoshtasya Sammarjanam.
Yuvatyaha haste peyam, wrong? Yuvatyaha haste peyam.
No, it is correct. Yuvatyaha haste peyam, correct.
Guruji, can you hear me?
Soumya Bhagini, there's some problem. We can't hear you. It's very low. Is the problem?
Oh. Can you hear me now, or is it still very low?
Now it is, yeah. It gradually increased. It's back now, yes.
I was asking that Maline Prakoshte Sammarjanam, I had used Shashti Vibhakti, Malinasya Prakoshtasya Sammarjanam. Is that okay?
Yes, that is also correct. Yes. Malinasya Prakoshtasya Sammarjanam.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Marubhuma Ushtasya Prayanam. Vidushikasya Mukhe Hasanam. Falake Shikshikayaha Lekhanam. Yuvatyaha Bhuje Syutaha. Mastakasya Upari Shirastram.
Utpitikayam galantikayam is wrong. Utpitikayam galantikayam jalam.
Yeah, I mean it's not the right way to form the sentence, because I know what you are trying to say. It is better to say Utpitikayaha Upari Galantikayam Jalam, because if you are using, now if you use both Saptami Vibhakti words, then it is confusing, because they look like Visheshanam. Utpitikayam Galantikayam Jalam. Now it will not be clear whether Jalam is in Utpitika or whether Jalam is in Galantika.
I was meaning the Jalam is in Galantika on Utpitika.
Yeah. Technically it is okay, but it will be, one who reads or listens, it is confusing. Because Jalam, whether it is in Galantika or in Utpitika.
Hello. Guruji?
Yes. Yeah.
Balak. I had written Balake Mastake Shirastram. वो सही है क्या?
No, because Shirastram Mastake, that is correct. Shirastram Mastake Asti, sahi hai. But
Should it Balakasya?
Balakasya, no, what is it? Balakasya Mastake Shirastram, because the Mastaka belongs to
The boy.
Balaka.
Okay. Mastake Shirastram. Okay, thank you.
Guruji, I written Ushtraha Maribhume Prayanam. What is the mistake in it?
Mistake is the Bhumi. It is not because where is Ushtraha here?
There is no usage of Maribhume.
No, because Bhuma, there is not Bhuma. Bhumi is the word. Okay?
Maribhumi is the word.
Yeah, Bhumi is the Mula word.
But that is Saptami. When it comes to Saptami,
yeah, it becomes Bhumau.
Saptami Bhumau?
Yeah, Bhumi is Ikaranta Strilinga, like Mati. That is what is shown on the table at the top, right? Mati. Matau. Bhumi is Ikaranta Strilinga Shabda. Bhumi. It becomes Bhumau.
Bhumyayam is wrong.
Bhumyayam, not Bhumyam. Right? Matyam.
Is wrong.
No, it is correct. It is not wrong. Generally, this is more popular. Bhumau. Vivattyabuje Syutah Mastakasya Utpitikam. Another, this Laghu is also many times it is an avyayam also, and it has other forms also. So it has to, like Kim also other forms, and it is a avyayam also. Similarly, Laghu, in the sense it is something very small or very insignificant. In that sense, it is used as a avyayam. But if it is generally like if there are multiple bahuvachanam, dvivachanam, strilinga, there are different forms. It is better to use other forms. But if it is like a single one vidala like this, you can use laghu as an avyayam. And then gajasya prushthe puchham, this I think you have got it. Dhavakasya pade padutram. This last one was very clear. Dhavakasya.
Guruji, are there other meanings for Prishtha?
Yeah.
Because I thought it was on top or on. I didn't understand that it was in the back.
One second, I'm looking at the Sudhir Mohdaya asking me something. Yeah.
Oh.
Let me answer your question first. Saumya Bhagini. Sorry, what is the question?
What is Prishtha? I want to know if there are other meanings. Only after seeing your answer, I realized it's in the back. But I thought Prishtha also means like on top, or like on top of a surface or something like that.
Yeah, it is not just top. If it is something like a top or a back, some surface, then it can be used as a Prishtha, like tabletop. So that's a table surface, not top actually. It's not like a top part of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My answer was Utpitikayaha Prishthe Bidalaha.
Oh, okay. But yeah, generally we don't find such usages in general.
Right. Like, so this is not correct then. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Bhumi, if it is a bhumi, bhuprishtha. Bhuprishtha means the surface of the earth or something.
Okay, got it.
Sir, I think I found Prishtha also page of a book. So in that sense, I used it. I used it for somebody studying.
Yeah, that grahapa, that whatever abhyasa, whatever, patanam.
Yeah, I thought the same. That's why I thought it was the page of the book. So
page, yes, that page is also because it is a surface. It's kind of surface.
So how do we decide when is given, which context to use it? Because it's not even the vachana or linga. It is the entire context has changed from page of a book to backside of something.
Yes, I mean, so that if you in that homework examples also you can use it. There is no problem.
Okay.
You can use it, but just understand that and make sure that you are using it in the correct vibhakti and linga, etc. There is. Whenever you.
Sir, I was trying to ask you for the word behind. Behind also prashtha can be used. Behind something.
Yeah, not behind. Prushtha, just behind. Prushtha is your person's back. Back means your.
Yeah, back is prashtha. Behind also is prashtha, no?
That I'll come. We'll study that in maybe today if possible or next class. That prushtha, how we use it for behind actually to say it's behind. Just prushtha is the back side, yeah, or back or surface of the back.
Behind the mountain. That is.
Yeah, that we'll study.
Okay.
The next topic. So who else was any other question was there? Like Sudhir Mohdaya, what is the question? You're again on mute. I can't hear you. You were fine in the when you started. Anyway, let me answer your question. I think I have again lost audio connection that I can't answer. Your question is, make me understand how is the words in column 2 will derive its vibhakti. Column 2 is what? Column 2 or column 1 does not matter. So you will have to just construct the whole sentence. Either column 2 or column 3, you can interchange, it doesn't matter. So one of them has to have the Saptami Vibhakti, other one has to have the Shashti Vibhakti. So for example, here this person is on his face is sitting, the Upanetram is sitting there. So we can use Balakasya Mukhe Upanetram, because Mukha is acting as a support. It's a holding the Upanetram. That's why you are using this Mukham. In the Saptami Vibhakti of the Mukham is Mukhe. Mukham is Napunsakalingam. Akaranta Napunsakalingam Mukham. So Saptami will be Mukhe. Balakasya Mukhe Upanetram. Because Upanetra is sitting on it. It is, the face is holding it. That's why you are using Saptami. I don't think you have any question on the Shashti Vibhakti. Alright. So Nagarasya Marge Mahila. So same thing here. Mahila is on the road. The road is acting as the support or container for the Mahila object. And Prakoshthe Sammarjanam. So Sammarjana action is going to happen in the Prakoshtanam. So for the Sammarjanam is not a Kriyapadam here, it is a Namapadam. Sammarjanam, this Kriya is used as a Namapadam. And for that, the act of action, or for this act, the Prakoshtha is acting as the container or the holder or the supporting object there. So we are using that in Saptami here. So Prakoshthe, and because Malina, we are using it as a adjective to Prakoshtha, that also is in Saptami Vibhakti. I think that is.
Marge Balika Mahila is wrong.
No, it is not wrong. Marge Mahila Balika Acha. That is fine.
Balika Acha.
Okay. Sudhir Mode, if any other questions, type it. Otherwise, fine. Okay. Let's move ahead. So should we do an experiment today? One experiment is I'll start talking in only Sanskritam, and let's see if you can. I mean, you will be able to understand most of it. But if you do not understand any word or any form of the word, you can stop it. Right now, form of the word while talking is not that important. If you can understand the meaning, it's good enough. So if you do not understand the meaning, you can stop and ask me. Okay. Any questions or objections?
I think it'll be a good test, a good experiment. Let's try it.
Yeah. I think we are in a fairly comfortable level right now, because most of the, we have the idea of this Vachanam and Vibhakti, but based on while talking, based on the context, you should be able to understand most of it at least. Okay. Nastu. But only some Bahuvachana words, etc., or the forms you may not understand, but again, based on what is being said, you may be able to understand. अस्तु स्वागतम् अद्य संस्कृतेन एव सम्भाषणं भवति प्रयोगः भवति संस्कृतेन सम्भाषणस्य प्रयोगः भवति अद्य understood that is clear, right? अद्य संस्कृत सम्भाषणस्य अद्य means today. We have forgot.
Oh, okay.
Adya Shwaha means tomorrow. We did that like some time back.
Okay. Oh.
Adya Shwaha Parashwaha. And the going back is, if it is yesterday, it is Yaha.
Yaha. Parahyaha,
Parahyaha is day before yesterday. So Adya संस्कृत संभाषणं भवति. अग्रे.
Sir, why do you say, sir, sambhashanam bhavati?
Sambhashana means the conversation happens, right?
Happened. Yes.
संस्कृत संभाषणं भवति. अग्रे अस्माकं पठनं भवति. तत्पूर्वं सौम्या भगिनी एकं लेखनं पठति. सा एकं लेखनं तस्याः स्वयं लेखनं कृत्वा इदानीं पठति. सा कथां पठति. सौम्या भगिनी.
आम् गुरुजी.
सा कथां पठति. इदानीम् अत्र सर्वे पश्यन्तु. सर्वे अत्र मम सङ्गणकस्य उपरि पश्यन्तु. अत्र
Sandhya and Jagruti will also read with me.
Yeah, so they have formed a group. They practice it. Sandhya Bhagini and her friends, Jagruti Bhagini and Soumya Bhagini, and Soumya Sandhya Jagruti Bhagini. So they have put together this small, like a conversation, sambhashanam, like in a story format or a sambhashana format. So she is going to read it. I mean, they are going to read it in as if they are talking. Okay, so let me zoom this a little bit.
Sir, here the title is Brahmanam. Brahmanam means rotating.
Brahmanam is rotating, is just like, again, you should not again, they have different meanings. Rotating is one meaning. Rotating, spinning. Brahmanam is also around, going around, walking.
Surrounding.
Yeah.
Brahmanam, प्रातःकाले भ्रमणम् इति शीर्षिका, कथायाः शीर्षिका.
Shirshika, title.
Title.
Okay. So, should I start?
No, hold on. So, everybody please mute yourself. I think they are muted. So, are others ready? Sandhya Bhagini and Jagrati?
Guruji.
Okay, you can start and go slow.
Okay.
Go slow. Yeah.
Namo Namaha Sandhye. Bhavati katham asti?
Namo Namaha Saumye. Aham samyak. Bhavati kutra gacchati?
Aham prata upavanam gacchami.
Upavane kim karoti?
Upavane aham brahmanam karomi.
Ahamapi upavanam agacchami. तत्र भ्रमणं करोमि।
शोभनं मम सखी जागृति अपि आगच्छति।
सुप्रभातम् अति सुन्दरं दिनम् अद्य प्रातः काले सूर्यप्रकाशः अस्ति।
आं जागृति, तत्र वृक्षस्य उपरि खगः उपविशति, सः मधुरं गीतं गायति।
नीलवर्ण आकाशः निर्मलः, आकाशे मेघः नास्ति।
आगच्छतु, किञ्चित् दूरे लघु वापी अस्ति, तस्यां वाप्यां किम् अस्ति इति पश्यामि।
सौम्ये किम् अस्ति व्याप्याम्?
एतस्यां वाप्यां निर्मलं जलं पश्यामि, वाप्याः शीतले जले बकः तरति।
अत्र समीपे आम्रस्य उन्नतः वृक्षः अपि अस्ति।
मनोहरं दृश्यम् एतत्, तत्र पश्यतु, सुन्दरी सा पुष्पवाटिका।
इदानीं मम कार्यस्य समयः भवति, अहं गृहं प्रति गच्छामि, पुनर्मिलामः।
अहम् अपि प्रति गच्छामि, पुनर्मिलामः।
अस्तु, श्वः पुनर्मिलामः। धन्यवादः गुरुजी।
धन्यवादः।
धन्यवादः, बहु सम्यक् आसीत्। So in this story, in this conversation, small piece, there are some new words here, but generally, was it understandable? Anybody has any problem or find difficulty in understanding the concept or the words? Like,
yeah, it is understandable, but only certain words we can touch.
किंचित् दूरे लघु वापी अस्ति. वापी means?
Vapi is Kupi, well. The water well.
Is it pond, Guruji?
Yeah, pond is also okay, but it is more of a well.
Oh, I had written it thinking it's a pond.
Okay.
What would be the exact word for pond?
Pond
Tatakah.
Tatakah.
Oh.
Sarovaram.
Sarovara is a bigger one. Tatakah, smaller one. Jalashayah.
Guruji, is it Tatakah or Tadagah?
Tatakah.
Tatakah.
There is a Tadaga word also there, but Tataka is used. Tadaga is also there.
That also means pond?
Yes, same word.
Oh.
Now here there are a few new words which are useful for conversation. Just I want to highlight them. The one is Namo Namaha. Namo Namaha. Here Namo Namaha here has become a Sandhi. So the first is also Namo, that is also Namaha only. So Namaha, there are 2 times here. So because of the Sandhi, it becomes Namo Namaha. It changes the form. So this Namo Nama is just a greeting. So, Namaskara like that, Namo Namaha. You can help. This is helpful or useful for a greeting word, Namo Namaha. Now the next word here is Sandhe. What is the format or what is the form vibhakti of this word?
Sambodhan.
Sambodhanam, because this is Akaranta Strilinga. All these Saumya, Sandhya, these are Akaranta. In the Akaranta Strilinga, Sambodhanam, if you see, Rama becomes Rame. So here Sambodhanam, so the word becomes here Sandhe, Saume. Like other words are, already. Bhavati katham asti, aham samyak, bhavati kutra gacchati, aham pratah upavanam gacchami.
Samyak. So what is samyak?
Okay.
Am samyak is I am good.
I am fine.
Or I am fine.
Fine.
You are asking the meaning. Samyak is fine, good, okay, fine. Here samyak is also avyayam. Aham samyak avyayam. Bhavati kutra gacchati? Aham pratah upavanam gacchami. Upavane kim karoti? So here karoti is there. So what does it mean? Upavane kim karoti? So what is the kartrupadam here?
Prathama Purusha.
Prathama Purusha. So what is the kartrupadam? Karta kaha? What is the karta, kartrupadam?
Upavane.
Kartrupadam.
I think it's Bhavati, right? He's understood what you are doing. So.
Oh.
Bhavati is the Kartrupadam. Bhavati is the Kartrupadam?
Yes, Bhavati. Very good. Bhavati is the Kartrupadam which is not used here, I mean not there. It's understood. Upavane kim karoti means Bhavati is understood. So upavane aham भ्रमणं करोमि, aham api upavanam agacchami, aham tatra भ्रमणं करोमि. Shobhanam. Shobhanam means very good, good. Mama sakhi jagruti api agacchati. So note that is all is api, use of api and all that. Suprabhatam ati sundaram dinam adya pratah kale surya prakashah asti. Am. Am, I think you all know this already. Sorry. Am means yes. Am jagruti. Am means we are showing our acceptance, nodding.
Sir, before that, Karoti Kartrupadam, what is it, sir?
Karoti Kartrupadam Bhavati.
Bhavati.
Bhavati. Like when we ask Bhavatyaha nama kim? So there, Bhavatyaha is we are using the Shashti Bhakti of Bhavati. Right? Like Nadi, Nadyaha. Bhavati is the Pratma Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Upavane kim karoti? Then what, where are we? Am Jagrati. So here note Jagrati. The original word was Jagrati, right? Dirgha Ikaranta Strilinga, but we are using Hrasva Ikaranta because again we are Sambodhanam. We are using Sambodhanam here. Sambodhana of Nadi is Hrasva Hi. Nadi. So when you are addressing some name with a Dirgha Ikaranta, use the Hrasva Ikaranta in Sambodhanam. Ekavachanam.
But sir, if the name is the way that is the Rasva Ikar,
then also same thing.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
But for Jagrati, there is a meaning also, isn't it? Cautious. Be cautious. Jagrati. We are using in a word for cautious.
Cautious and conscious, not cautious.
No, conscious, cautious. I am taking caution. Caution.
That's the literal meaning.
Yeah.
Here is the name. So here, if you go to, let's say, Rasva Ikaranta, Mati, like it's Mati. So go here and look at so here Mati. So what is Sambodhanam? Mate. Yeah. If it is Dirgha Ikaranta, it's Hrasva Ikaranta. If it is Hrasva Ikaranta, Sambodhanam becomes Mate. So Jagrite, like that. Rame or Sandhe, like that. Rame, Ume. So if you are changing your this E to Rasva E, you can change this one also. Yeah. Then Tatra Vrukshasya Upari खगः उपविशति सः मधुरं गीतं गायति. There should not be any problem there. नीलवर्णः आकाशः निर्मलः. आकाशे मेघः नास्ति. आगच्छतु किञ्चित्. Now here किञ्चित् is also अव्ययम्. किञ्चित् दूरे लघु वापी अस्ति. तस्यां वाप्यां किम् अस्ति इति पश्यामि. सौम्ये किम् अस्ति वाप्याम्.
I have a question. Saha Madhura Geetam Gayati. Since it's a conversation, should it be there actually? Saha Madhuram Geetam Gayati. Since Sandhya is saying this, so she doesn't have to use once again Saha there, right? As soon as she finishes the Upavishati, she can also say Madhuram Geetam Gayati, isn't it? Do we need to still use Saha?
No, not necessary, but if Gayati, if you say just Madhuram Geetam Gayati, yeah, this is not necessary. But then the other person has to understand Madhuram Geetam Gayati, because that Khaga, because in the previous sentence it was Khagaha, it can be understood. However, note that this is Prathama Purusha, right? Like Gayati, Gacchati, Pashyati. So, if it is Gayami or Pashyami, then we don't have to say it. Aham is always, it is a must. Must means it is understood. Aham, because with Pashyami kind of form, which is Uttama Purusha form, always Aham goes with it. So there is no need for explicitly saying it. And similarly for Madhyama Purusha also, always Tvam. Tvam means you, goes with it. Goes formally like Gayasi, Pashyasi, Gacchasi, like that. But if it is Prathama Purusha, Gayati, then it could be anything, right? Other than Aham or Tvam, it could be Bhavati Gayati, it could be Bhavan Gayati, it could be Saha Gayati, it could be Khaga Gayati, it could be Sangeeta Karaha Gayati, or it could be something else, Krishna Gayati, it could be anything. So, other than Aham, Tvam, any other word will become the subject for that Kriya Padam, which is in Prathama Purusha. So we need to be careful there. So only when it is very clear that who is performing the action, then it is better to skip it. Otherwise, if it is not clear, use some subject there, because just by using Gayati, it won't be clear who is doing it, because it does not, unlike Aham and Tvam, this can go with any other subject. So you have to be careful there. Unless you are very sure that the subject is clear, add a subject word, like Saha. Or
okay.
Otherwise, so you may be, your question may be asking whether we should use Khagaha here or not. Rukshasya upari Khagaha upavishati, Khagaha madhuram geetam gayati. So here, Khagaha, there is no need to use it again, because Khaga is already there. There is no other person we are talking about here before, and then that's why. And then if you use Saha, Saha is a Sarvanama or pronoun. So for referring to Khaga, we are using Saha here. So, because that is a Sarvanama Shabda. नीलवर्णः आकाश निर्मलः आकाशे मेघः नास्ति आगच्छतु किंचित् दूरे लघु वापी अस्ति तस्यां सौम्ये.
Sir, what's the meaning of Vapi?
Vapi is a water well.
Water well.
Yeah, water well.
And Vapyam is the Didhiya.
No, Shashti, Nadi, Nadyam. Nadi,
Vapyam.
Vapyam.
Nadi, Nadyam. Yeah.
सौम्ये किम् अस्ति वाप्याम् एतस्यां वाप्यां निर्मलं जलं पश्यामि वाप्याः शीतले जले बकः तरति
Samipe is also avyay. Samipe is avyayam.
Samipe, yeah. It is not actually, but it is used like avyam. It is not avyam, it is a visheshanam because it can take other forms also, samipam, samipat, etc. Where are we? Samipe. Atra samipe amrasya unnata vrukshaha api asti. Manoharam drishyam etat. Tat pashyatu. So here many, keep noting that there are many visheshanam. Many visheshana words, shabdas are used here, like madhuram geetam. So they are all in that same linga vachana vibhakti as the visheshya padam, like geetam here. Geetam, madhuram, same. Right? So then we have all this, even this vapyam, tasyam vapyam, because vapi is strilinga, tasyam, we are using tasyam. Strilinga, like sa becomes tasyam. Sa is a strilinga word. So the strilinga word, saptami vibhakti ekavachana form of sa is tasyam. So all these words change their forms in the same linga vachana vibhakti of these other words. They are visheshya padam. Like what are the other thing here? Nirmalam jalam, etasyam, vapyam. Here also etasyam, in this well, and shitale jale, unnataha vrukshaha, manoharam drishyam, because drishyam is napumsakalinga word. Manoharam drishyam. If it is a pullinga word like parvata is manohara or vruksha is manohara, then it will be manoharaha vrukshaha. Drishyam is napumsakalingam, so we use manoharam drishyam. Sundari Pushpavatika. Pushpavatika Strilinga word. So we are using sa, obviously sa with the Pushpavatika Strilinga.
Sir, why do we use sa there? Sundari sa means?
Means because Pushpavatika Strilinga Shabda, right? Pushpavatika Strilinga Shabda. So because this is Strilinga, anything describing or visheshanam adjective coming to that will be in Strilinga. So this sa is a adjective to Pushpavatika. Sa means that, right? That Pushpavatika. Sa.
Why not we use Sundari Pushpavatika only? Why we add sa?
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is not necessary. You can. This is just suppose we are walking around and I want to show that with my hand that Sundari sa Pushpavatika. Look there, like that.
Yeah.
One question I have is that this Sundari and Pushpavatika, because Pushpavatika is Akaranta Strilinga word, Sundari is Ikaranta.
Yes.
Vibhakti. So,
yeah.
Is that matching or is it something?
It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to end in the same swara or vyanjanam. Not the only thing it has to have the same lingam.
Okay, for all Strilinga words, Sundari will come.
If it is a Strilinga word, Visheshya Padam, then if the Sundari is coming as the adjective, Visheshanam, then it will be Sundari.
Okay.
Sir?
Yes. बोलिए.
वो व्याकरण बुक का नाम बोले ना, आप क्या करिए?
देखेंगे बाद में, 1 मिनट.
ये तो वर्ड्स लेके सेंटेंस लिखो बोल रहे हैं क्या?
इसका हाँ नहीं. ये हम
हमारे तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
हाँ नहीं, can somebody explain in Hindi? This is already written. क्या गीता भगिनी or somebody can help.
नीला देवी, ये हाँ नीला देवी जी, ये हमने अपने आप लिखा है.
अच्छा.
हाँ, ये कोई बुक से नहीं है, व्याकरणम बुक नहीं है, ये हमने खुद से लिखा है.
अच्छा. आप ही लिखे क्या?
हाँ. वो ऐसे होमवर्क जैसे, ऐसे अपने आप कॉन्वर्सेशन, ऐसे बात करने के लिए.
मैं तो होमवर्क नहीं देखे मैडम.
नहीं, ये मैंने अपने आप किया. ये सबका होमवर्क नहीं था. ये
अच्छा.
मैंने वो कॉन्वर्सेशन इम्प्रूव करने के लिए ऐसे हमने तीनों ने अपने आप ग्रुप बना के ऐसे ही किया ये.
अच्छा.
हाँ.
अच्छा नीला देवी जी, आपको होमवर्क मिलता है क्या? कहाँ से मिलता है
होमवर्क?
हमारा
नहीं मिल रहा साहब. क्या कैसा?
ना, आपके पास ईमेल तो नहीं है, कहाँ से मिलता है?
हाँ, क्या करना?
हमारा
उषा को भेजना.
हाँ, किसको?
उषा, हमारा बेटी उषा है ना.
हाँ.
उषा को भेजे तो हमारे को भेज दे.
ठीक है.
हमारा ईमेल नहीं है.
ठीक है, उनको भेज दूंगा मैं.
हाँ, ऐसा भेज दीजिए.
ठीक है.
सॉरी सर.
ठीक है.
उषा अटेंड हो रहा आपका क्लास को?
हाँ, कौन?
उषा अटेंड हो रहा?
नहीं आ रहे वो.
उसका कैसा भेजते?
नहीं, ईमेल में भेज दूंगा मैं. ईमेल से, कंप्यूटर से भेज दूंगा.
नंबर है ना बस साहब?
है, मेरे पास है.
हाँ, हमारा नंबर से भेज दीजिए. फेसबुक में भेज दीजिए.
ओके. हाँ, so the last part here, इदानीं मम कार्यस्य समयः भवति, अहं गृहं प्रति गच्छामि. So प्रतिगच्छामि, what is the meaning? अस्यार्थः कः?
Returning.
Returning. Gacchami is going. Pratigacchami, returning. Going, returning. Pratigacchami. Punarmilamaha. So this is a new word, and this is generally used when we say we'll meet again. Punarmilamaha. Aham api, also. Api means also. Aham api, मैं भी pratigacchami. And punarmilamaha, फिर मिलेंगे. अस्तु, श्वः पुनर्मिलामः. श्वः is, what is श्वः? Tomorrow. हाँ, कल मिलेंगे. कल फिर मिलेंगे. श्वः पुनर्मिलामः, this is the word. Now श्वः, note that श्वः is अव्यय padam, and adya is also अव्यय padam.
सुंदरः प्रयत्नः.
सुंदर. उत्तम संभाषण. Congratulations. अभिनंदन. बहुत उत्तम अभिनंदनीय कार्यम्.
Three friends, त्रीणि मित्राणि मिलित्वा एतत् कृतवन्तः. तथा संभाषणम्.
Congratulations.
Credit to Soumya Bhagini only. We only participate.
Good effort.
धन्यवाद.
I know, good effort by Soumya.
Well effort. A good conversation without any mistakes. A good effort.
No.
Effort.
Guruji corrected. He edited and he corrected the mistake. This is not without mistake.
It's corrected.
They were behind the scene. You missed all that.
It's very good work, I thought.
No,
Anyway, it's good work.
There was like minor, like it was all correct. The only thing I did was that she had, in the original write-up, there was some Tritiya Vibhakti and other Vibhaktis were used. I just wanted to keep it simple in this first attempt. Just made it simpler. Simpler in the sense, only limited it to Saptami and Shashti Vibhakti mostly here, Prathama and Dvitiya. Otherwise, she had written it previously. Okay. So others also, you can also start like this, having simple small words. No need to jump like to big words or to big sentences. So try to keep it simple. So keeping it simple, like only 2 or 3 words in a sentence, helps you to think in the basic fundamental level. Otherwise, if you try to make long sentences or try to use bigger words, what happens is the thinking starts in a different language, like English, for example. So how do I do that then? Because you are used to thinking in English very fluently now, and that makes a big long sentence. Then when you are writing long or using Sanskrit, if you are using long sentences in the beginning, that indicates that the thinking has not become pure. So try to keep it simple. So keeping it simple, small sentences, 2 or 3 words in a sentence, that changes that thinking pattern. Like use simple words. Utpavanam agacchami, simple. Ramanam karomi. Like this, simple words. Like you are familiar with many of the Kriya Padam, like slides are also there. And
सर सौम्या का मीनिंग क्या है सर?
सौम्या
ब्यूटीफुल नहीं?
No, नाम है उनका.
Calm.
Shantam.
No. Does she know that is it your name?
Soft.
I think she knows it. She just
सौम्या
wants to know the meaning.
नहीं, सौम्या उनका नाम है जी, नीला देवी.
ओह, उसका नाम है.
हाँ. सौम्या नाम है, संध्या नाम है. सौम्या भी नाम है, संध्या नाम है, जागृति भी नाम है.
क्या का बच्ची का नाम?
नीला देवी, मैं संध्या हूँ, हम लोग सब यही क्लास में हैं.
अच्छा.
वो तीनों लोग मिलके इन्होंने लिखा है.
अच्छा. अब जब से मैं देख रहा हूँ सौम्या उपवनम ये क्या करके समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
Sir, one doubt can I ask?
Yeah.
In the WhatsApp, Sanskrit Friends WhatsApp, you are referred simple exercise as that is to be done, and some people has done it. But I don't understand. Other than homework, is there any simple exercise to be done regularly? Or do you expect from us any work like that?
No, Kartamaya, that was for session 1. That is for a different group, not yours.
Acha. Okay.
Yeah, I started that. That was for the nil session 1. Your session number 6. So
I had a misconception.
अस्तु, इदानीं विरमामः, अद्य समापयामः. तो अग्रिमसप्ताहे पुनर्मिलामः. नेक्स्ट वीक. धन्यवादः.
शुभरात्रि.
धन्यवादः.
One quick query: is it right to say staff plus Slaganiya?
हम होमवर्क भेजना सर.
हाँ, भेज दूंगा. एक मिनट नीलादेव, एक मिनट.
अच्छा.
सुरेश, क्या? What are you asking?
Yeah. I just wanted to say their effort is commendable. So is it right to say Saha Prayasah Slaganiya?
Prayasah Slaganiyah. Yes, Slaganiyah.
उत्तमः.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः.